Hi, this is Elaine.Bayless with Inspire Coaching, the voice of reason, helping you create a reality that works. And this week I want to talk about the stable marriage types. And sort of the stereotype out there is that there's really only way to have a marriage that successfully resolves conflict. And that is the talk it out couple, right? This is the talk it out model where you listen, you validate the other person's feelings, you make sure they feel heard, then you present your case, they listen, they validate your feelings, and then you work out a mutually agreeable compromise. And this is a very traditional view on how a successful, stable marriage exists. But that's not always the case. I read this excellent book. It's Why Marriages Succeed or Fail by John Gottman, Dr. John Gottman. And he has his own website. It's all about marriages, and it's really practical, really hands-on. I really highly recommend this book. It's a great book. And one of the things he talks about are the 3 stable types of marriage. And the first type is the traditional talk-it-out couple. That's the validating couple. And that's sort of like our gold standard for how to resolve conflict. And so it's not surprising that that would be a stable marriage type. The second type that Dr. Gottman mentions is the volatile type. And these are the people who have knockdown, drag-out, screaming fights. They're just always in each other's face. They're determined to win. They want to be right. They're going to have really impassioned arguments, really just get into it with each other. And most of us see that, and not only does it make us uncomfortable to be around, but we also kind of think that's really not healthy for your marriage. But actually, Dr. Gottman argues that that can be a very stable type of marriage. Some people are just wired that way. They tend to be very egalitarian in their relationship. And so, as he points out, as long as you make up more then you disagree, it's oftentimes a very stable and effective pattern for couples to be in, which I think is surprising, but certainly liberating if you're one of those people who, you kind of enjoy a good fight. And then the third type, it's on the opposite end of that spectrum, and those are the avoidant couples. And avoidant couples avoid discord at all costs. They value domestic harmony almost above everything else. And what happens in those couples is one half of the couple will get disappointed or upset, and then instead of choosing to fight about it, they will deliberately focus on the positives. And they will deliberately make sure that the positives of their spouse outweigh this one negative thing, and then they will genuinely let it go. And that's the important key, because if you're not genuinely letting it go, if you're not genuinely saying, yeah, so-and-so screwed up, but so-and-so is so great that it's okay, I'm going to overlook this. If you're not genuinely able to let it go, then you're actually in denial and you're repressing, and that can lead to resentment. And that's a lot of times why people feel like an avoidant marriage style is actually very unhealthy, because they can't understand how someone would willingly let go of things by just saying, oh, well, I love so-and-so so much that I'm going to let this one go. But those people do exist, and their marriage type is also a very stable one, where both halves of the couple sort of know their role, they know what they expect of each other, they fulfill those roles accordingly. So anyway, I think it's liberating to know that you don't have to be that sort of stereotypical gold standard communication couple. And husbands certainly will be relieved to know that the only path out of disagreement is not the honey, let's talk, which is sort of, I think, a red flag for most people, women and men. Nobody wants to hear, honey, let's talk. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that. This is John Gottman's book, Why Marriages Succeed or Fail, and How You Can Make Yours Last. It's a great read, real quick book. I definitely recommend it. I hope you're going to have a great week. And this is Elaine Bayless with Inspire Coaching.